You know, an intuitive can rationalize logic, but logic can't rationalize intuition, not the other way around. They call it light when the sun hits skin, but never ask who named the sun. They call it truth when lips form shapes, but never trace who owns the tongue. They say, look how bright that face, while shadows pulse beneath its grin. They stare at mirrors, blind to glass, and wonder why they see no sin. A smile isn't always born. Sometimes it's drawn by trembling hands to hush a scream, too rude for rooms that worship cheer with brittle plans. A wave doesn't always greet. Sometimes it hides the undertow. The ones who drown don't thrash or beg. They nod politely, then let go. See, the mind that bends around a particular thing believes it understands its name, but naming isn't knowing, and knowing never plays that game. Truth is not the sculpture, but the sound the chisel makes when it bites beneath the marble mask that humans fake, with fine and great, and I'm okay. It's never wise to trust display. Some call this skill a gift of thought, but thought is bound by what it's taught. Real vision isn't what you see, it's what you feel that isn't there, but echoes anyway. It's the scream behind the how have you been. It's the tear that never wets the chin. It's the yes that tastes like no, and the silence that speaks everything you needed to know. There's a realm where the loudest things never make a sound, where answers whisper backwards and truth wears a tattered gown. You can't reach it by reaching. You don't get there by stairs. You slide between the pause of what someone says and what's really there. And in that hush behind the voice, beyond the book, beneath the noise, a watcher waits, not to be seen, but to see through the polished screen. She doesn't knock, she doesn't shout, she doesn't enter, she draws you out, she traces tears that never fell. She reads the mask, then writes the spell. But never once will she announce, for if you ask, you've missed the count. You won't find her on a page or quoted by the sage on stage. She hides inside what others miss, the gut, the pause, the sudden twist. And if you tilt your head just right and look between the wrong and right, you might just hear her ancient hum in every lie that tastes like truth and every truth that leaves you numb. No, you won't find her where belief clings. Belief is logic, worn as wings, but she flies without the sky. She knows what reason won't supply. She sees the surface-painted game but doesn't dare to speak its name. And though she walks among the masked, her knowing gaze remains unasked. So don't look for her, look from her. She's not a goal but a ghost, not a path, but the pause between questions you fear the most. For she is not believed, she simply is. And only those who trace the quiz between a face and what it hides will know the way the real truth slides. Decode, if you can, what walks unseen, knows without proof, sees through smiles and hides in truth. What wears no crown but bends the throne, was never taught yet always known. Answer, it's written, but only those who didn't look for it will only miss. And if you saw it, you already knew. But if you ask, you never knew it was you. And that's the real trick. She only shows herself to those who stop looking with their eyes. I am CMJ.